All right, so Palantir's commercial business is growing quickly, but unlike with the government side of the business, where we get to see exactly who the clients are and how much the contracts are worth, on the commercial side of things, it's a little bit more difficult because there aren't the same reporting requirements. So I've used the information that is publicly available to create a spreadsheet with a list of all of the confirmed clients that Palantir has on the commercial side of the business, including what the size of those companies are if they're public and if they're private. Now, if we look at the Q4 earnings report that Palantir just put out, we can see, first of all, that the commercial business is growing increasingly quickly with 200% gains year over year, and that as of fiscal year 2021 year end, they had 147 commercial clients. Now, I don't know what all of those are, but I've compiled a list of all of the ones that I have data on. Also, a quick shout out to Cameron, or at the Cameroon on Twitter, who put together this cool infographic with some of Palantir's confirmed clients, but there's definitely some other ones that aren't on this infographic here because new information keeps coming to light. Anyways, this is the spreadsheet with the list of confirmed clients that Palantir has on the commercial side of the business. And my goal is to try and keep this up to date as new information comes to light, because as you can see down at the bottom, the list currently only has 80 companies, and we know that they have 147, or rather they had 147 at the end of 2021. So they're probably well above that. And this list, with all of the information that I could find, currently probably has, half of the clients that Palantir actually reports. Anyways, let's look at what some of these clients are and try to put it in perspective. Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk about all of these companies and definitely not the private ones, although you'll still notice some recognizable names like Bass Pro Shops, which is actually a private company, although they're a Palantir client. Anyways, I'm gonna scroll up to the top here and we'll take it from there. Oh, also, I should mention, I'm gonna throw a link to this spreadsheet in the description box of the video, so please take a look. Let me know if you see any mistakes, because I really want this to be as up to date as possible and as accurate as possible. And hopefully together, the community can actually piece together what Palantir's full client list actually is, because we may never get that full declaration, that full list directly from them. Anyways, it's pretty clear from looking at the list, especially the top 10 or so names here, that Palantir is working with or has contracts with some of the largest companies in the world. For example, AWS. Now, the market cap here is actually Amazon's total market cap, but I have seen reports that if AWS was a standalone business, they'd probably have a market cap of something like $500 billion. So it would still be by far the largest company that Palantir is working with. Number 2 on the list in terms of size is actually ExxonMobil, and this was recently confirmed. Their market cap is just over $350 billion. And last I checked, this was the 19th largest company in the world by market cap. Now, the actual market cap rankings obviously change day by day, even minute by minute, but you can see here that currently it's sitting in at number 19. And this list is really a who's who of some of the largest companies in the world in many different industries. It's covering everything from oil and gas to the financial sectors, to pharmaceuticals, to software and IT, to industrial equipment. John Deere, which, fun fact, is actually the 100th largest company in the world. Who knew? We've got some of the biggest banks in the world with Bank of America here, with Citibank. We've got a handful of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. We've got Anheuser-Busch, which is one of the largest beer or beverage producers in the world. And really, this just shows the scale and scope of Palantir's product offerings. The fact that they're value adding in each and every one of these different industries, in the mining sector as well, in aviation. We know that the partnership with Airbus is a massive one as well. Now, I probably should also mention that this list includes the SPACs that Palantir has invested in. For example, Tritium, which is an EV charging company, or Lilium, which is an electric aviation company. And really what we don't know for these SPACs, and in fact for most of the companies on this list, most of the contracts on this list, is actually what the size of the deals are. How much are these companies paying Palantir, or what are they exchanging to use Palantir Foundry software? And that's the part of this that we may never actually have a clear answer on, because of course it depends on the company. Sometimes we do get to know the details of contracts, but most of them probably don't want that information to be public. And so some aspects of this might remain a bit of a black box for us. But still, even just knowing who the clients are And what the size of the companies are and where they rank globally in terms of their market cap is pretty telling. And like I already said, this is only 80 of the over 150 clients that they have at the moment. So you know there's going to be a lot of other big names that are on this list that we just don't know yet or we can't confirm yet. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have anything to add to this spreadsheet because I do want to keep it up to date. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.